Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Mostly sunny and warmer again today. Going to be gorgeous. 70 the high. It's 53 downtown. So not only is the election tomorrow, not only is Michigan a swing state and one of the biggest, according to NBC Nightly News last night. They pointed at Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, but they narrowed it down. Their political reporter, I forget who it was, they said, most specifically, though, Michigan is the one that both candidates and both parties believe is most in play.
Which is amazing.
And part of that evidence is the fact that the candidates are crisscrossing the state today.
Yeah.
Not only the actual presidential candidates, but the VP candidates and everybody else is appearing.
Oh, yeah. Chelsea and Ivanka and Donald Jr. and whatever other Trump kid there is. I don't know. They're all canvassing the whole state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the one kid that they don't like as much.
Oh, yeah, not Tiffany. Yeah, nobody talks to Tiffany.
Tiffany is chained into one of the rooms in Donald's penthouse.
Right?
Yeah.
This is Fox 17 covering when and where they'll all be.
You hit the polls, all you have to do is look at the candidates' schedules to get an idea of just how crucial of a role Michigan is playing in the 2016 presidential election.
Yeah, that's for sure. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, along with their most celebrated supporters, will all be in Michigan today for rallies, speeches, and so much more. We have team coverage for you of all the visits coming up. Erica Francis is in the studio with just what Michigan will mean in the national picture tomorrow. But we start with Nicole DiNonato, who is live at DeVos Place in Grand Rapids. Good morning to you.
Well, good morning to the both of you as well. Donald Trump, if you'll remember, was just in West Michigan at the Deltaplex in Walker last week. He is here again tonight. He'll be at the DeVos Place, where we're standing outside of right now, at 11 p.m. Meantime, Hillary Clinton is over at GVSU at their Allendale campus later on today. Now, depending on which polls you're looking at, Clinton and Trump are either in a statistical tie, or Clinton maintains upwards of a 5% lead. In one of the latest polls from Mitchell and Fox 2 in Detroit, Clinton is at 46%, Trump at 41. So let's jump into both of their events happening today. Trump and
if you're Hillary Clinton and you're betting on these polls, you know, that they're going to be accurate.
Yeah.
Surely her camp has to think about the fact that they were, 18-point favorites, according to the polls during the primary, and then Bernie Sanders won?
Oh, man. Beyond all of that, what I'm thinking is that logistically, it might be possible. I know slim, but possible that Donald Trump's airplane could land on top of Hillary Clinton's plane taking off, and then they could die fiery deaths.
I just thought doggy style planes.
Yes. I mean, that could happen too, but
yeah,
I'm trying to think big American picture here. I know it's a pipe dream, but strange things happen.
You're going to have Secret Service at your door today.
Yeah. I don't want him to die. That's a wrong thing to say. I mean, like a big head injury. Be fine.
Yeah, I want them.
Something that would just simply make them even less fit for the presidency.
Yes,
but also, if then something could happen with the vice presidential candidates.
Yeah, let's just start from scratch.
Yeah.
The thing is, all you need, if it's the presidential candidates, the vice presidential candidate doesn't automatically get to become the presidential candidate. So what would happen is, in that case, then the respective parties would go back and put forth brand new nominees. Or they would come up with an appointment who would then.
By the way, do you guys know anything about Kane? What's his deal? What's wrong with him? I only assume that he's awful,
because he's involved in this.
I actually don't know anything about him.
He's a Democrat, so he wants to take everybody's money.
Is that what you got?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scheduled to hold at 11 p.m.
Done and done.
Rally here at DeVos Place. As per usual, you can register for tickets on Trump's official website. His children, Ivanka and Donald Trump, also holding events in Michigan in general today. Ivanka will be at the Pinnacle Center in Hudsonville, and Donald Jr. will be holding a meet and greet event, followed by a rally.
I go to where Ivanka is.
Yeah, of course she's going to be in Hudsonville.
I just want to go stare.
Of course, nobody's even going to notice she landed.
She looks like Hudsonville.
She was born and raised in Hudsonville.
Side, Hillary Clinton is scheduled to be at GVSU's field house this afternoon.
She's going to land in Hudsonville, and they're going to go, "Who's the ethnic lady? Is your dad a GI?"
Yeah.
as well on her official website. At the same time, President Obama will be in Ann Arbor to get out the vote there.
Damn. We don't get the president too?
Yeah, come on now.
I wanted a full house.
Yeah.
Events. Now, last night, Donald Trump was rallying.
I feel like a Democrat campaigning in Ann Arbor is overkill.
Well, a Republican here.
That's true. That's true. I don't think, at this point, you should be going to the places that are a little bit more difficult. Like Donald Trump should be in Flint.
This stuff must work.
It must. But you would think because Obama comes here, a lot of people didn't vote for him, don't like him, but it's still the president. How cool would that be?
Right.
Yeah, regardless of whether or not you like somebody. Well, I mean, we talked about it before. If it was convenient, if there was a way to do it, I would totally go to a Hillary Clinton rally or a Donald Trump rally.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Just to see it. I mean, it's still history being made. I don't want to take part in it. I don't want to hold up signs or jeer or cheer or anything else. I'd like to go. I was able to do that with a couple of potential candidates while we were in college. Mm-hmm. Like I got to see Pat Buchanan, who was running in 92.
Yeah.
And that guy's got to be kicking himself. Boy, if I was a little younger.
I was just a little
younger.
younger.
Been my year.
And, I didn't necessarily agree with everything, but it was fascinating to see somebody at that level of politics speaking in a small room. You go, wow, this was cool. I mean, he could be the nominee. It wasn't there long thereafter that it was pretty clear he wouldn't be the nominee.
Right.
But nevertheless.
But at the time,
Yeah, I'm sad that I don't really have it in me to go fight through crowds to see something like this. Because I think it would be cool. But I'm just
it was convenient.
Far too lazy.
Yeah, it was convenient in college because what the hell else am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a couple of beers and go watch Pat Buchanan speak.
Yeah, but I have
it's great.
Computers and internet and stuff. And great TV to watch.
It was different then. Yeah, even if you want to watch it now, you could just watch any speech you want.
Yeah.
Or Westworld.
Right, I'll do that.
East side of the state in Macomb County, where Clinton was out in New Hampshire. Trump talked about his planned immigration policy, even cited a West Michigan murder case to back up his stance. And Clinton, meantime, hammered her message home on not leaving this election to choice. Take a listen.
Just days ago.
You heard that? She wants to take away our choice.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I knew it.
I think she means chance.
It's my body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Leave me alone, man.
Single mother of 5 children was strangled to death in Kent County. Her name was Carla. The man who was reportedly admitted, he was an admitted murderer, twice deported. Everybody knew he had to be deported, and he wasn't because the Obama administration had no mechanism to do it.
Wait,
when your kids and grandkids ask you what you did in 2016, when everything was on the line, I hope you're able to say, you voted for a better, stronger, fairer America.
I will be able to say that. I'm not voting for you or him.
Yeah.
Again, pretty crucial in this election.
I'm going to say I closed myself off and turned on the hairdryer. and then, just had a great night's sleep afterward. Mm-hmm.
Coverage at all of these events happening today, as well as live stream coverage on our Fox 17 mobile app and website and social media pages as well. But for now, live in downtown Grand Rapids this morning, I'm Nicole DiDonato, Fox 17 News.
Thanks, girl.
Crazy day. What an ending to the Lions game yesterday. That was amazing. That final play to Golden Tate to tiptoe the sideline, the Vikings defenders flying by him like idiots. That was the worst tackling fundamentals I've ever seen in my life, thank goodness. And then the way he just flung himself into the end zone at that defender. So the defender ends up getting basically hit as well, flying cross body block. What cool. An ending. What a final 2 minutes of that game. I was watching it delayed on the DVR and on Xfinity when it automatically extends the recording. So as they're lining up, there's only 2 minutes left for the kick, the 58-yard field goal to tie the game. I can see that there's only 2 minutes left in the recording. I'm like, well, this sucks. He must miss it. Because otherwise...
Oh, so you had an extra surprise.
Yeah, because I thought, because otherwise it would show longer than the original time. Well, what I didn't know is, with their software update, or maybe it's done it for a while, is that it just gets to 0 and the recording keeps going. Used to be if it got to 0, done.
Yeah.
So I'm like barely watching and he kicks it and I'm like, boy, that looks straight on. That's long enough. That's good. Oh, man, I'm going to be so pissed when I find out what the penalty is that backs him up 5 yards and he has to kick it again. And then they're going, it's good. We're going to overtime. I'm like, wait, what?
Everything.
Oh. And then I was like, oh, no, it's broken. I'm not going to have the end. And then of course, it was fine. Technology was fine. And I watched the game and I was so excited.
I haven't had a DVR in a long time, but I used to hate that.
Oh,
when all of a sudden, when you realize, oh, yeah, it just stops right there.
Yeah, it didn't take long having that happen before you'd start adding time every single time.
I know.
The worst ones, I think it was one of the Wings games. It wasn't the triple because I actually stayed up to watch that one, but it was one of the finals games. And I had set extra time. I go, I'm good. I'm gold. And then it went so long that it still cut off like the last 4 minutes of the game. And I go, oh, come on.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't sports, but sports were the reason that I would only get 15 minutes of 60 minutes.
Yeah.
That's where it would get me.
I'm only getting the last quarter of ticking.
I haven't seen their latest advertisement for whatever company they're talking about.
How am I going to know how I should be happy about someone getting a book deal from Simon & Schuster?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's all for today.
Okay, guys.
Collective Soul. December. Ooh. Haven't heard this in a while. 97.9 GRD Rocks.